Earlier this year, social media erupted with outrage against the TSA after a video surfaced in which a young boy with sensory processing disorder was subjected to a thorough pat-down at the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Aggressive searches such as these are conducted under the flawed pretext that they are necessary to keep passengers safe. But airports are not the only place people, including children, are pat down despite not being suspected of a crime. In December 2014, a student at Fremont High School in Utah noticed another student carrying a firearm. The teenager was taken into custody, police were called, and then every student was subjected to an invasive pat-down search as officers worked to confirm that no other weapon was present.
None of the students were allowed to leave until they were patted down and cleared by police.
One student interviewed by Libertas Institute said she was uncomfortable with the pat-down, which she called aggressive. She continued, "They were grabbing my private areas when I hadn't done anything wrong." This student is right. She was never suspected of having done anything wrong, and yet, along with every other child on campus that day, she and her belongings were searched. The Fourth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution is clear that individuals have the right to be secure against unreasonable searches and seizures, and touching the private parts of hundreds of innocent children is quite unreasonable. The Fourth Amendment further states that to perform such searches, warrants are necessary, and that a warrant requires probable cause and particularity, or in other words, individual suspicion of a person having violated the law. When you're at the TSA, you are not individually suspected of carrying a weapon. When these students were at school, they were not individually suspected of being armed. Without that suspicion, government employees are violating our rights by putting their hands on our bodies and searching our belongings. If the past couple of decades have taught us anything, it's that unsubstantiated fears too easily lead to the violation of our rights. This unfortunate trend has to stop, and we should begin here in Utah. For Libertas Institute, I'm Michelle Aiden.